Hello, everybody, and welcome to Mythical Rolls, a channel dedicated to D&D and all things fun with D&D. Today's game is Waterdeep Dragon Heist. We are on Chapter 2, Episode 10, everybody. Episode 10. We have been dragging Chapter 2 so long and hard. It is crazy. I know it's been like a month, but who wants to give a recap of what happened last time?
Am I allowed?
I'm pointing to you. I don't know if you can tell that.
Yes, you're allowed. Since Doug isn't here, I can't pick on him. I'll let you do it.
So last time, it was like a month ago, we had gotten to Mr. and Mrs. Quinn's shop with a very, very what's the word I'm looking for?
Dead?
Defeated party. We were very exhausted and beat down, and we had a dead companion. We get to the shop where between Bracknar and Mr. and Mrs. Quinn, they actually opened up a rift. Well, no. So the rift was opened up after they tried to resurrect Adnan. And then in the process, Bracknar did some spiritual things that allowed us to jump into the rift and go save Adnan. And we got in this big maze and got lost and saw multiple versions of Adnan and was finally able to get him free. And then we came back and we went. Adnan's different. He's giving us money and hugging people, which kind of freaks us all out. And he made us breakfast, so we're all a little kind of creeped out about how Adnan's acting after being raised from the dead. And we went back to Troll Skull Manor to find that Cade had approved renovations and about spent all of our money on different things for the tavern. And then we went our separate ways. So I know Portia was going towards the Black Spider Tower. Greg was going to the blacksmiths because he owed them a favor. And everybody else was kind of doing our own thing. Roughly. Roundabout.
Roughly. That's just about right, yeah. After clearing the mines from the infestation that was there, that's when the group had to go back to Caelyn's parents' shop due to Adnan being beyond a quick heal or resurrection. While they attempted to do so, Adnan's body was engulfed in flame, and the resulting explosion cracked their altar. But in cracking the altar, there was a brief moment where there was a rift between planes, and the Quinns were able to hold that rift open, giving the party 18 hours to potentially go back in and save Adnan. And Bracknar kind of led that by telling you all of a ritual his tribe uses when they do spiritual journeys. After a rest, and some of you just grabbing whatever ingredients were needed, damn the consequences, you were all able to go into the in-between realm, lost through the maze, like you said, watching different forms of Adnan as he was being tortured, different expressions of pain. Able to figure out how to save him, brought him back. There have been some changes, it seems, with our friend Adnan. And yeah, you guys were splitting up, going different ways. Tegan went and did some shopping with the wizard folk. And I believe somebody else was with Doug going to was it just Adnan? I don't remember what Caelyn was doing.
Yeah, I think it was Bracknar.
Caelyn, what were you doing? Do you remember?
Caelyn was wanting to go to the wizard shop. The dragon. Can't remember his name.
All right.
Not realizing that Tegan was there.
Not a problem. So Cade did approve some of the repairs for for the Troll School Manor, but it only came up to 200 gold, and so he gave those silver bars that he had. So just in my notes, he still has 6 more bars. So that would be the 10 bars counted for, because he would have given 4 over for the repairs. He has 6 left according to the inventory I have for him. So just so you are all aware, that's what I have for Cade, whose name has changed to Cade Leaf. As per your request, Leaf has begun inhabiting Cade, so that a more, strangely enough, so that way a ghost mind would be of more sound than the robot mind Cade originally was. And so the typical blue light that Cade extrudes from his eyes in different socket joints is now more, instead of being such a dark blue, is now more of a lighter sea blue, kind of a visual representation of the possession. Leaf did request some clothes, so I thought somebody was going shopping for clothes for Leaf, because he was not happy with the naked robot body, and since he was inhabiting something physical, he wanted to be more of the part.
I thought Lynn
Go
was
ahead.
going with Portia to the tower, and then we were going to stop and get clothes for Leaf on the way back. And Adnan had given us a bar of silver bar.
That sounds about right. And then I wanted to hit up the magic shop.
Okay, so I will take 1 bar out of Cade, so that he is holding 5.
Yes, we split up the silver when we were at Cade.
Okay.
And I took some of it because I am essentially almost naked at this point.
So did you leave any with Cade at all? Should I just delete his 6 bars?
We cleaned Cade out.
Okay. So then... Say that again, Tegan?
He can't be trusted with money anymore.
Well,
right,
Cade is no longer Cade, so I wasn't sure if you guys left the any funds with him or not. So, if you guys are saying you took the 6 bars, I will delete it, and that's it. Cade Leaf has nothing on their person any longer. So you are all responsible for the monies. I just want to make sure. Yeah, he's just got armor which is embedded into the body. Okay. Let's do this. What's that do? What's that sound like? It's kind of interesting. It's very quiet. Oh well.
I don't hear nothing. There it is.
You gotta crank it up.
This one's a quiet one. Sirenscape's Waterdeep Dragon Heist springtime sound. Not a sponsor, but we use their shit. They're fucking dope.
Not a sponsor yet.
Right. Yet, Sirenscape. Yet. I think what we'll do is I kind of want Doug to be here for that interaction. So I think we're going to zoom over to Portia and Lynn, as you all were headed to Blackstaff to submit your report. So it doesn't take it from where you guys are at. It's probably about a 15 or so minute walk, getting to the Blackstaff Tower proper, and similar to last time, when you come up to the Black Gates, They kind of just slowly open as you approach, and then you see 2 guards in front of the door, wearing the insignia of the Black Tower. And as you 2 approach, one of them kind of lifts up the visor of his helmet so he can see a little bit better, and then goes, "What is your business here?"
I need to speak with your mistress.
"Do you have an appointment?"
I do not, but she sent me on a mission, and I come with the results, and they need to be directed exactly to her.
Could you please let her know the Wayward Souls are here with the information she requested?
"One moment." And he turns around, goes through the door. The other one just kind of stares at you all kind of blankly. A couple of minutes go by before he comes back. He's in here. He goes, "Follow me."
I follow him.
I follow Lynn. Or Tia.
You
Sorry.
follow yourself?
You follow
That's cool.
Yes, I chase my tail. No. Even though I don't have a tail. Or do I? It was surgically removed after birth.
Womp womp. So he leads you inside, and then off to one of the smaller antechambers, and it's a nice room. The floor is a black with white veined marble floor. It's a circular room, maybe about 20 feet in diameter. There is a window, a tall window, about 6 foot tall, but only maybe about 2 feet wide window off to the left, and then on the opposite side off to the right. Kind of in between is this small, looks like some sort of dark wooden table that has a red cloth on it, and on there is a large ball of some crystal-like material. And he shuts the door behind you guys, and the image of Blackstaff herself appears in the ball, and she goes, "You have some information for me?"
I do, and I know that you said to leave it with the guard, but I didn't think that this should be left with the guard. We found Alam up in the mountain, and he said the following: Evil's twin hides its face for now. Expect that to change by winter's end.
Interesting.
And that's all he said.
Okay. Yes?
Go ahead.
I was just going to say that I will need some time to ponder, and I will send a message should I need anything further.
I do happen to have a request. And at this point, I imagine Portia just looks haggard, and not so much that she's tired, but there's her armor's still like bloodied, and her hair is probably all over the place, and she looks rough. It's been a rough 5 days, so just hear me out. We lost a friend. We had to go through some spiritual stuff and save him. And I know that the agreement was that we don't get a payment for this, but I really need to cheer up one of my buddies, one of our companions. So if there's any way that I could get the unending wine cask, that would be great.
It would really help his spirits and our team's motivation.
And I
Someone basically
wouldn't
help her
ask on a
persuade.
normal basis, but it's really, when I say we've been to like through the ringer and back, I'm not lying.
My task was a simple climb a mountain and talk to a bald monk.
We did climb the mountain, and in the process, we ended up having to fight spiders, and then we had lost our friend and came back, and that's why it's taken us so long.
And mud monsters.
Oh, those mud monsters. Yes, thank you. It's just a simple yes or no, ma'am. I'm not meaning any disrespect. I'm just trying to help out one of my companions.
No.
Okay.
And the crystal ball closes. Well, it doesn't close, but the light in it dims and goes away.
Okay.
And then the door opens behind you, and that guard is there.
Okay. Let's go then.
Okay.
And he leads you outside for retaking up his post.
Okay. I guess before we go back to Troll School, you want to hit up Jasmine and see if she can help us outfit Leaf?
Oh, sure. She's lovely. I'll always go see her.
Okay, well, we got this silver bar from Adnan, so let's go ahead and go see if she'll come and help us out.
Okay, let's go.
All right. Doesn't take you long at all to get to Jasmine's. You open up the door and open up my notes because I need to remember that guy's name.
Jason.
It was Jason? I'm glad you have notes. Here I am, the DM. Where's my fucking notes? Fucking loser.
Aren't they in the notes section? Number 5, game notes, images.
Where? Oh, where? Boom. Jason is correct. Look at you go. Hot damn.
I don't know why he stood out, he just did, so that's why I remembered.
He was very helpful.
Recognizing you two for sure, as you were the original ones to come through a few days ago, kind of looks you over and goes, "Girls, what the hell happened?"
Oh yes, we must take care of this. And I'll snap my fingers and snap them again and clean off portion myself. It's been a rough last few days, but it is so great to see you.
Oh my god. What can I help you with?
So, we have an emergency outfitting that we need done, and thought of you and Jasmine to see if you would help us with it.
Okay, sure. For one of you two?
No, for the guy back at Troll Skull Manor,
He's our bartender.
yeah, it's kind of a interesting situation.
Do
He's,
you
like,
have his
really,
measurements?
He's like 3 times my size, so no, I don't. I'm 3 foot. He's probably not 12 foot, but he just wanted clothes. He's big and metal.
You have a one-size-fits-all option.
No. We're not like a general store where we have those kinds of things. We are a higher-end specific tailor, which you two know very well.
Which I apologize, we do know very well.
do.
We told him that we would look into getting him some clothes, and you're the first place that had popped into my mind because you guys are so awesome, and I thought maybe you guys would like to help us with this.
Would be more than happy to help, but I need size, dimensions, or him to be here.
I will get that for you, Jason. Thank you so much.
You're quite welcome, girls.
Is there any way we could possibly prepay and then send him later? He just needs a basic bartender's outfit. Nothing high end. Just his high end.
you're just looking for something basic and bartendery, I suggest maybe the general store or something then. We don't have basic materials
not
here.
that basic. Is that good? Or... Portia, what do you think?
Maybe we'll check out the general store. I'm not trying to waste your time, Jason. I really appreciate you talking to us.
No problem.
Like I said, like I don't know anything about clothes, and he said clothes, and I thought of you, so here I am. Can't blame a gal, can you?
You again, just bring him by. Maybe we'll have something to fit his tastes.
Okay. Now, that said, just want to let you know that those dresses you made were great. Please pass that on to Miss Jasmine. And we got lots of attention. We mentioned her name, Reynard's name, and, you know,
Perfect.
People found everything great.
She will be ecstatic to hear that.
Excellent.
Okay,
Thank you. I'm done.
You're welcome. Just bring him by or bring some measurements, either or.
Well, I will do. Thank you, Jason, for talking with me. And I leave, and I actually go back towards Troll School Manor.
Okay.
I'm very like one set mind track at this moment.
Sure.
I still feel kind of weird.
So you both going to Troll School Manor?
Yep.
Okay. As you guys are getting to, as you guys are walking up to Troll Skull Manor, outside at the front door, knocking on the door, is a larger-than-life Minotaur. If you would like to introduce what you look like, good
Yes.
sir.
There is a large, possibly getting impatient Minotaur banging on your door, wondering why no one's answering. But he is well built, wearing scale mail. You can see what looks to be like a traditional uniform. Maybe he's from a church nearby. His horns are white, but when they curve up at the tips, they have steel caps, blackened steel caps with like engravings on them. Other than that, he's just looking around, and he's kind of like, is there a window on the door or no?
On the door, on the door itself, no, but there are windows around.
He's probably like just looking around, trying to see if anyone's here, and trying to. He's holding in his hand a scroll at the time, but yeah, that's pretty much it. He's wearing what looks to be scale mail armor and a kilt, and but other than that, he's pretty well dressed for a random Minotaur that you find on the street. I don't know if he sees you or not. Do you want me to roll to see if he sees them?
No, you're not going to see them yet.
Yeah. Okay.
Is this back to me? Like I'm coming up to the front.
So as you're coming down the street, he's like this, locking on the door, kind of looking around. So it's side and back. Let me, what I can do is...
Oh, on his back is a giant greatsword and a halberd.
Oh, there's no tokens on this page, so of course, nobody's going to be able to fucking see here, Adam. Fucking dick. Fuck.
It's only black.
Need you... We'll have... What we'll do is we'll have you, and you, and you, and you. Bloop, 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 bloop. And copy. Do. Down, down, down. And over. And paste. Well, that didn't work. That did not work at all! This thing sucks!
Here at Mythical Rollers, we are currently
Boom.
experiencing technical
How about that?
issues. Oh, hey, there we go.
Wait,
I see things.
there
Alright.
it is. Okay.
So for the interest of the people, so you can see, there is the Wayward Souls token. And then Arden, you would be over here knocking on the door. There's Caelyn, and for some reason Portia did not get. She got lost. There's Portia. So you two would be coming from there. And then Arden is over here knocking on the door.
Oh, for the love of everything, can't we just get a day without people banging on our door? And as I start to walk up, I summon my war pick, and I get right about here, and I just start looking at him, and I say, "What do you want?"
Arden turns and says, "Ah, I see. I am here on business to meet with Caelyn. Are you Caelyn? You don't look like you'd be Caelyn."
As you
Damn!
turn, you see Portia, and Portia is a 3-foot halfling. She's got sandy brown hair that she wears, like, braided down the sides.
Mhm.
And she's got plate mail, and at this point she seems very angry because she's got this war pick in her hand, and it's you can probably see the whole thing, but it's a really interesting looking war pick because the blade is all red and she's just glaring at you.
Mhm.
And why do you want Caelyn?
I have orders from her parents
I don't
I've
believe
been-
you. Why would her parents send you here instead of coming themselves?
because they said that they are on about to leave town, and I'm here to look after her as she has been
You?
guided.
You? I've been
Guided.
looking after her forever. And they sent you to look after her? Now I don't believe
They
you. I don't believe
they
you at all.
told me they were worried about the party she was traveling with being able to protect her.
I'm
Portia, who is this?
I'm gonna stab you, for one. For two,
Caelyn,
anybody who
are you over there?
I'm kind of peering around the corner.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a building or what that is.
You do recognize this Minotaur
Oh, I do?
as
Okay.
one of the ones that your parents have multiple times patched up while growing up, and while your parents do some pro bono healing for like orphans and things on the streets, whether it's all that they need is a hug and a meal or a nice bed or those kinds of things. Like this Minotaur is usually trying to help as well. So you recognize him. You may not have been like speaking or friends or anything of that such nature, but you do recognize him from being around in the shop.
Tia, hang on a second. This guy looks familiar. What'd you say your name was?
I am Ardan, and I have a letter for you. He extends the letter, expecting you to come get it. You must be Caelyn.
And how do you know me?
Again, your parents hired me to look after you while they go on their mission. I don't really know what their mission is. I didn't ask.
Insight check. Or do I believe him? Sorry.
Go ahead, roll me an insight.
Okay. Does that seem like something my parents would do? Dang it, that's right. I gotta do this. I can't see what I rolled.
Either way,
Natural one.
Yeah, I don't.
Either way, he looks like he's a stand-up citizen.
I think I believe him, Caelyn.
You are Caelyn.
Oh, sorry, Portia. Sorry. Well, it's been a while. I go up as
Have another drink.
caffeine.
So you mean to tell me that your parents, who have known us our whole lives and know that I've been taking care of you and protecting you, think I can no longer protect? I can't. I walk into the bar. At this point, I'm just so
Maybe I just want to see what the letter
aggravated.
says.
I walk away.
I offer her the letter and hand it to her.
Okay. Okay, just wait out here, and
Of course.
I need to go talk to her. So I'll follow.
I did not mean to
Portia.
offend. I just was repeating what they told me.
Okay, you do kind of look familiar, but Let me go calm her down.
As you grab the letter, it is wax sealed, and the seal does not appear to have been broken, and it is a seal that you are familiar of, a mortal and pestle with a Q in the center of it, representing the Quinn's the family seal, kind of the.
Okay. Okay. So I don't know where Portia went. Let's see here. I told Tia, let's just take a look at this. This is my family seal on it.
Go for it. And
So-
it is what it is.
Okay. So what's
I'm just gonna say, after like the last 5 days we've had, I'm cranky, I'm tired, and I just got insulted. So I don't really. I'm aggravated.
I don't think it's an insult. Why don't you go rest for a minute? Unless you want to stay and read with me, I'd love for you to stay. I really don't trust this guy 100%, but I am curious.
You can read the letter.
Okay. What's the letter say?
Do you want me to tell you out loud, or you want me to send it to you through Discord? Are you going to read it out loud, or are you going to read it privately?
So
Okay, so it might as well
the only
be
thing I'll
out
ask
loud.
the only thing I'd ask is it in one of my parents' handwriting?
It is in your dad's handwriting, or at least it appears to be so.
Okay.
So it starts off, my dearest daughter. Since you have started your adventuring career, it seems you keep using us as a crutch. And you keep bringing hardship upon our little shop. The person who should have handed you this letter, his name is Arden. You may remember him from being a young minotaur while growing up on the streets. While growing up around the streets, excuse me. He usually is with the orphan children, trying to help them or protect them in some way, shape, or form. His parents are famous for being in the gladiatorial arena when something untoward happened to them. There is more to them than what is known, but that is not a discussion for a letter. We have hired him to help protect you, since you keep falling into things beyond you yourself. We do not know what the lady has in store for you, but at this time, after 30 years of being open, the Quinn medicine shop is now closed. We will be going to the countryside for rest and hopefully healing, as your mother is not doing well since the last time you had been home. Arden has abilities to hopefully keep you on this side of the mortal plane until we can meet again. Love, Dad.
Well, damn.
I need a drink. Do we have this place stocked up yet?
Nope.
I think I need a drink.
You want to go down the pig place?
Wherever.
You want a drink?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we head towards the pig's flagon.
As they leave, Arden's just gonna walk casually behind them, just watch over them from a distance.
Oh, I was just gonna say, as I walk by, you might as well come with us. It seems my parents feel that you would be an asset, so come along. I'm going to get hammered.
Understood.
No response, Tia?
I apologize. He actually, if she stops for a second after he says that,
I'm stomping towards the pig's flagon.
Well,
I just later. At this point, I'm just
understood.
Between everything that's happened, and then even if you and that what I consider an insult at this point, I don't want to talk to you. My back goes stiff. You see my war pick. I haven't put it away. I'm just kind of like playing with it a little bit, like so, and I just keep marching down the street. So,
Are you talking to me?
I'm not talking to nobody. I'm going
Okay.
straight towards that drink.
Okay.
Damn!
My
That's
feelings
kind of
are
my
hurt.
plan too.
Um,
My parents just got rid of me and sent this.
that on top of everything that's happened the
Oh,
last few days with
and
with
sent
Adnan and
this.
Yeah.
I'm going straight towards Pig's Flagon.
Uh,
I just look at you. I say, I guess he can come, but he better not insult me again.
Arden tells Caelyn, basically, I'm here to work for you. If there's anything you need, just let me know.
If you could just watch our backs right now and give us some time, that would really be the best way you can help.
Understood. I apologize for insulting you or your party.
I don't think you meant to. She's very protective, and that letter was very crushing to both of us. So
Understood.
Damn, that letter was pretty brutal.
yeah, it was.
That was brutal.
Hashtag
not
the
how I
DM is
expected
tired
this
of you
to start.
falling back on mommy and daddy.
I went there once after becoming an adventurer. Okay, twice.
And both times you have brought evil into their store. And the second time you have destroyed a priceless altar.
Also, as another aside, excuse me, they have a medicinal shop, correct? That's what they're.
Yeah, it was
More magical.
So it was up top. It was a 3-story building. It was a 2-story building with a basement. And in the main shop area, it was herbs and medicines. But
Right.
there was a basement area where it was more magical, more serious things.
So with that, y'all, Caelyn also may know Arden. Arden is interested in medicine and herbalism, and he actually has an herbalist kit he's proficient with. He provides them medicine to make to keep them afloat. It's part of his salary type thing. So he'll provide them with goods usually.
Hopefully. All right, as you all head towards the Pig's Flagon, Tegan, I know that you grabbed some books. Where were you going with these books, and were you going to start reading them, or what was your goal?
I'm gonna take those books. I'm gonna take them back to the house, and I'm gonna start perusing through them.
Okay.
I'll drink heavily.
All right. Are you going to go to the bar area or the upstairs living quarters?
The upstairs living quarters. I don't want to be bothered.
Right on. Okay, so I want you to make a Arcana check for me. And since you are there, then what we need to do is move this over to here. Yeah, not bad. Right on. We will talk about that momentarily. We'll zoom these people out over to there. And so Doug and Adnan, as you guys were headed towards to go and see the blacksmiths, Bracknar kind of says he's going to go and talk to the herbalist to try and see if there's anything that is owed as far as taking the entire plant of the vinewood from her. But you two were headed over to the blacksmiths, and so you find yourself at the blacksmiths. And AV sees you and kind of walks over and goes, "Well, hello, darlings. What can I do for you? Oh, and you, sir, owe us a dance." As he looks over towards Doug. By the way, Doug, you're on mute, my friend.
Control Alt Delete.
Damn you, Adnan.
I'm gonna walk up to Avi and give her a big hug and say,
It's he. Avi is a male.
I keep forgetting.
Avi and Embrick are men.
I give him a big hug around his shoulders and say, "Hey, it's great to see you. It's been it's been a few days. Seems like longer. Any chance that you could, any chance that you might be able to hook up my buddy Adnan here with some gear? He's been through a really tough kind of spiritual almost event. But in the course of that, kind of left with not a whole lot of equipment to see us through some tough times."
My good buddy Doug, listen, I'm not what's important. We came here on business. Remember the shipment? We're here to take care of them.
I'm like, that's Adnan. He's always thinking of others. You're gonna love having him as one of the neighbors. So speaking of that kind of almost spiritual event, we did find the missing ore and why it was late. Big bad spiders, lots a bunch of them, and hopefully, if you haven't received that shipment, you will be momentarily. But poor Adnan here, he didn't come out of that real well.
Long story short, I sort of died saving your shipment, but Doug did some things. I came back. Love him for it. He's great. And now I'm stuck here with no protective clothing.
Okay, you cannot just give me the highlights without the nitty-gritty. Come on, boys. Tell me what happened. Here, sit down. I'll get drinks.
Okay. But you're gonna need some snacks and a whole lot of drinks for this story because it's a little bit crazy.
Okay, I got you. And he goes into the back area of the blacksmith shop. Poor Embrick is still just hammering away at looks like an axe or something at this point, and he's looking around like, where the fuck did he go? Damn it. And he has to go grab tongs and take the piece before he has to manually quench it himself instead of his partner quenching it as per their team arrangement. Avi comes back out, and he seems to have a wooden tray that's got a large brown pitcher, a couple of smaller brown cups, and a bowl of what looks like some sort of mixed nuts or something, and kind of sets it down. You guys are just at the countertop. There's a couple of like bar stools on your guys' side. He kind of just leans forward. His skin is just, naturally has a sheen to it, and being so close to the fire, he's bare chested with just some trousers on. So he's got his hair is slicked back, and he's just kind of sweating a little bit, but it seems to be normal, or it doesn't bother him too much. And Embrick's like, "Are you gonna help?" And Avi turns around and goes, "Story time, honey, come on." And Embrick just hammers away. Not interested in story time, but Avi is there, pours you all whatever it is that he is offering to drink before taking a drink himself, grabbing a handful of what looks to be a mixture of almonds and pecans or some such nuts of those natures, for eating a handful and taking a drink. He goes, "Okay, tell me all about it."
Well, first off, cheers.
Cheers to you coming back to life, apparently.
Yeah, and thank you for bringing the bowl of nuts. These happen to be Doug's favorite. He loves nuts. I'll put those over by him. And The story that we're about to tell is a grand story. There is so many facets to this. It will have you in shock and awe. I don't remember most of it though because I died pretty early in. Like I went running in and I was going to take this big scary monster. It came with one of its legs and some fangs and I went down like a bitch. I remember hearing Doug yell, "I got you," and saw him just kind of go in and swoop in on this monster before I faded out. So he's going to really have to bring the nitty-gritty of the story to you. Aren't you, Doug?
Thought you were gonna say the last thing you heard was, "Damn, Adnan, you went down like a bitch."
You got knocked the fuck out.
So, in character, and it's been a while. We could try, because I could pull the loot out if you feel like singing your part of the adventure until you died, as well as what happened to you afterwards. We could try to impress them with a little bit of a song.
Why don't you pull the lute out and play it and give the story while I dance with this fine gentleman?
Sounds like a plan.
Oh, I
I'm
am
gonna
into
try and pull the
dancing.
lute out.
Let's do this.
Well, come here. I hope you don't mind if I lead. Take it
No.
away, Doug.
Yeah, Doug.
Remember,
Take it away, honey.
I'm not quite the singer. I can play a lute, but I'm not the best singer. But
Just play the lute and tell the story.
all right.
I'll handle the dancing and the rhythm.
So I'm gonna pull the lute out, and I'm gonna talk about how, strumming it, Avi, brave band of adventurers, we're working our way up Mount Waterdeep. Man, it was tough because almost all of us got exhausted. We found flowers. It was amazing. Most beautiful flowers. Then we got attacked. And that was rough, but we made it through. The flowers didn't so much. We found our way after further struggles to get to the mine. We get to the mine. We meet the dwarves. And we go in. People were lost. That's where the song starts getting real slow and downbeat. And people were lost. Adnan was one of them. But through perseverance, we still defeated the spiders. We made it through. A little somber happiness, but still not quite a celebratory tune. And we make it back to Waterdeep. We try to bring Adnan back. And the altar gets destroyed. And then a long pause and silence. And I'm looking, trying to judge the crowd and see what's going on with the dancing.
I am going to wipe either sweat or tears away from Avi's eyes and say, "It's okay. No need to cry during this sad song." And Doug was a very brave man. It broke my heart that I wasn't able to protect him. I thought that he was the frail of the group, but it turns out it was me. And there was also this crazy purple light. But Doug can tell you more.
And then we say how we, through the group's wisdom, we were able to enter some interdimensional doorway. We got through it. We found Adnan, who seemed to be beside himself in torture, and we escaped in the nick of time to also hopefully save Portia and her parents. And coming out of the other side of this, Adnan seems to be a changed person. The tune gets really upbeat at this point in time. Unfortunately, he lost everything that he had, and you know what it's like to go through life and not have enough protection. So or maybe they don't have to worry about that. So then and that brings us to
two. And Doug, it's not Portia. It's Caelyn's family.
That's right, Caelyn's family. Boy, I butchered the song then, didn't I?
You did. You stumbled a little. That's okay, though, Doug. It's okay. It was very emotional. It was pulling on your strings, I could tell. You said it with a lot of heart, though, and that's what matters. And
Doug, give me a performance check with advantage, sir.
Oh, good lord.
don't screw this up, Doug.
Yeah, Doug.
12.
That was with advantage?
Yep.
Good lord, sir.
I
I
got a
don't see-
-1 charisma.
I don't
You
see
were
it on
ugly,
my
son.
end.
Should have had. What? And you left off the part about the cart. You need to tell him about the cart.
And the talking horse! What's a song without a talking horse?
There's a lot to it. And Doug would, as we were climbing up that mountain, all he would do is he'd talk about you two and how great the leather fit.
That's true. Yeah. And
There's
when
a
you
lot of
say that,
people-
I like stand up and I turn around and try to model it, trying to sway them over.
Just for giggles, I will slap him real hard on the ass.
So, that's what the bear pelt was for? You were the one that died.
That's me. And I'll turn around, show my back with all the torture marks from...
Yeah, what are you wearing
My-
now, anyway? Are you wearing the bear pelt?
You said that, yeah, I have a bear pelt as like a loincloth.
So, I mean, that's like a giant bear, like, rug kind of thing. That's... You're
I
wearing their bearskin rug.
I thought that was like like a lot of it was consumed in that ritual or whatever.
Mm-mm. It was not consumed, no.
Well, I had a loincloth on of some sorts. Like I didn't
Okay.
have much other coverage.
Okay. So, Avi, throughout the story, is, you know, at first he's very interested into the dance, but eventually it's no longer the dance. He's completely enthralled by this story. The way that Doug tells it, Avi, being the soft-hearted man that he is, does start crying. So those were tears that you wiped away from him. And then at the end, when you're brought back and telling all of that story, he's clapping and he's like, I just can't believe... Wow! All of that just... What were the dwarves doing? How... What? Wow, okay. Wow. I don't even know how to take this in. And at this point, you guys notice that Imbric has stopped hammering on the blade. Even he has been paying more attention to the story itself. And it's about at this time a cart with 2 white horses pulling it shows up in front of the shop. And Avi goes, okay, oh. Wow. Okay, we gotta do something. Embrick, we gotta do something. He died to get us this ore? Like for ore? Embrick goes, fine, whatever you say, Avi. Whatever you say, it's fine. So Avi looks over at you, Adnan, and goes, okay. What do you need?
Did you say, what do I need, or...
Yes. What do you need?
Well, I need a sturdy pair of clothes that will protect me so that I can keep my good friend Doug alive.
Okay. So like full plate mail?
I cannot. I'm a little weak for full plate mail. Like if I wear it, I'm going to be moving like a turtle out there. That's probably not so great.
Okay. All right. So half plate.
How about some light armor? Some kind of light armor.
Okay. So I don't deal with leathers, but if you bring me leathers, we could stud it up for you.
Okay. Do you know where a good spot is to get some leather?
I actually do. Right across the street is Tally. Tally should have leather.
Any particular leather work better than
Whatever. No, whatever fits you. Just bring it back over, and we will bedazzle it up for you.
Speaking of bedazzled, could you maybe fashion some sort of sword that I'm pretty good with my hands, like real good with the finesse style, not like the big crushing physical power type, but
Okay.
maybe some sort of sword I could use to maybe protect myself.
Are you thinking like a short sword, or a rapier, or a scimitar?
A scimitar or rapier. I had a rapier before. I was pretty good with it.
Okay. Any preference between the two?
You know what? Let's go with the rapier.
All right. All right.
I'm familiar with that one.
A rapier, I think we could help you with. And he looks over at Embrick, and Embrick's like already looking at the couple of stacks of like different swords and things that he has, and he pulls out a couple, and he goes, "Yeah, we can probably do something here."
And
Yeah.
if I were to lose that rapier, do you have like a basic dagger?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. But I don't want to cause an inconvenience for you guys. Like.
Avi goes, "Honey, you died for that fucking ore. As far as I'm concerned, you were the one who was inconvenienced. We're just trying to do our part. Don't worry about
I'm here
it."
now, so like it's all good, Like, don't worry
Apparently,
about
you're here by the skin of that bear.
that and Doug. I owe a lot to Doug.
Oh, the whole group. The whole group.
So let's go run and get that leather real quick so that we can get caught up and finish up some of our other errands. We're trying to open up the tavern's troll skull, so we got some other things we have to do today. But let's not keep these fine folks waiting either.
So what I think I'll do, Adnan, is I'm gonna toss you, because I'm assuming at this point that since you don't have much more than a bear pelt and a loincloth, that you need some gold. So I'm gonna toss you like my bag of coins, and just to continue the appreciation, I'm gonna help them unload the ore while you're going over to get you some leathers.
Great idea.
All right. So you're helping them unload the ore. Adnan, you go in, and you see the male half elf that you saw yesterday, who was in your store. Tally is currently just going around. Seems like he's got some sort of ledger or some sort of book that he's got open, and he's just going around on his shelves with a quill in hand, and he's just jotting down notes before looking over and seeing you. He goes, "Why, hello, welcome. What are the repairs going okay, or is there something different that you needed?"
Yeah, actually, I was sent over here by the fine folks across the street. They're going to make me some protective clothing so that I don't die so easily. Because, like, we were up over in the mountain and we were taking care of some spiders and things, and I, like, died, and it kind of sucked. And I'll show them some of my scars a little bit. And it was like a whole thing, and I really don't want to go through that again. So hopefully you got something here that'll help me, but if not, that's fine. I'll go somewhere else.
I've got I've got some leathers. I don't know if you can wield a shield. I've got shields. I've got bows, crossbows. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for, say, the strongest, best quality pair of leathers you have.
All right. Not a problem. Yeah, give me just a second. He walks over to the counter, sets his whatever the book he had in his hand down, kind of reaches over and gets looks like a handful of twine or something, but it's got knots at different locations, and he starts taking measurements, kind of remembering where the knots themselves are. And he goes, yeah, actually, no problem. Leather's coming up. Nope. And he goes in the back, comes back out front shortly with a set of leather armor.
Okay.
He goes, here you go.
And how much is this set of leather armor?
I mean, you said the Smiths sent you over here, right?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they'll take care of it.
You mean they'll pay you for it?
Yeah.
You sure you don't want any coin?
I mean, no, we've they and I already have like a business arrangement. We'll say where they send somebody over here because I handle and the lighter armors and things. Sometimes they can enhance upon that, so they just take care of it on the back end.
Okay. You have any sort of like boots or something? My feet are getting a little sore.
Oh, it's all there.
Okay.
Boots, leggings, a vest, and some good leather gloves are all there.
I got you. Are you able to maybe burn a insignia into the leather when everything's all said and done?
I mean, I could, but if you're already going over there to the Smiths, they could probably do it quicker than I could.
Okay. I gotcha. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I owe you a bunch. So if there's anything I could ever do to help you in the future, just let me know.
Sounds good.
All right,
have a good day.
You too. And I'll run back across the street.
Correct. By the time you come back across the street, poor Doug is just worn the fuck out with just the one brick that he's been carrying. Whereas Embrick is like 6 bricks in each hand. Even Allie's 3 bricks in each hand. Poor Doug is like grabbing another one. Poor Doug. He's not used to such physical manual labor. But you bring the armor back over, and Avi kind of takes it from you, and he does his own measurements of you, and he says, "Now, we should be probably at day's end. We should be able to have this done for you by."
Say, Avi, when you guys unload that cart, have you ever thought maybe of taking some boards and opening the window and putting the boards on the cart going into the window and then kind of tipping the cart up a little bit and let everything slide inside? Instead of carrying it piece by piece?
No?
Kind of like, do you know what a chute is? Okay, think about this. When you go up a mountain and sometimes a rock is loose and it falls down to the bottom,
Okay. Yes.
You'd be doing, the cart's kind of like the top of the mountain and your floor's kind of the bottom. You're just going to let everything slide inside, and then you won't have to waste time. As much time unloading, you could get it done real quick.
I mean, We'd still have to move it to the back of the shop anyway. But it's an interesting idea.
Just trying to help.
Appreciate that.
Tally across the street, he gave me this set of leathers and said that this would work, that you could do something with it.
Okay.
He also didn't charge me for it.
Yeah, that's
Which-
typical.
Okay. I'm just used to paying for things. I don't understand that.
I mean, you paid with your life, so I think we're going to be square on this.
I mean, yeah, dying sucks, but like I'm here, so yay me.
Yeah,
That's okay.
don't worry about it, honey.
Well, I do appreciate that.
Now, that one, on the other hand, still owes us a dance. Don't think you've gotten out of that, Doug. Embry and I
Yes.
remember.
He gets shy. You got to coax him out of his shell a little bit.
It
Oh.
gets better with anticipation. So I owe you that dance.
A little bit of liquor, a large bowl of nuts, and some good music.
We just had that. The bowl of nuts, a little bit of liquor. He was, of course, he was providing the good music. That's where I messed up. Okay. I'll get him next time. No problem.
Yeah, you and your partner, should come on over to Troll Skull when we get it open. Doug will give you the first dance.
Yes, that reminds me. What, as far as metallic items, do you still need?
For the tavern?
Yes.
I know we need a bunch of nails.
We've
Okay.
been working with the woodworkers, and they've been quite busy.
Yes, that's the lumber part of it, but we need the fastener part of it.
If you guys went through Tally, then he's already gone through us for nails and things. I was thinking more like plates or cups, or I don't know if you want a chandelier, or if you need sconces.
Oh my god, Doug, we're so dumb. We totally forgot about all that.
Plates, cups.
Forks,
Yeah,
knives,
We definitely need that stuff.
trays.
Yeah.
For sure. Doug's got a much better memory than me because, like, that when I died, there were like a lot of things that left my like. I forgot some of it. I'm sorry. There's some things I really remember, like the bright purple light and the lashing and the beating and that sort of thing, the misery and the pain. That's really stuck in there, but the other stuff just kind of went out with that.
Yeah. This whole running a small business thing, it's kind of new to our group. We just kind of figured that it would just work itself out, but obviously there's a lot we've got to learn. So yeah, you bring up some good points. We need dining utensils, and things such as that. So definitely would appreciate any help that you can give us to providing those supplies.
Why
Not
don't
a
you
problem.
guys swing on by and see the work in progress? You guys are great craftsmen. I'm sure that you'll be able to come up with some excellent ideas that we couldn't fathom because we just don't have that. We don't have that eye.
Sure.
You guys do.
I'll tell you what, we'll stop on by whenever we get done studying this leather and finish your sword. We'll just drop it on by and take a gander around.
That's awesome.
Have you already reached out to the different guilds, such as like the butcher and the brewers guild, as well as paid your dues to the city for opening up a tavern?
So we were making a list of things to do, and we were also trying to find the right people to talk to. but that kind of proved a little bit harder than we thought.
Yeah, we do have some contacts. We have not paid the city tax. That's an interesting idea that we have not come across. But we are working on our contacts with the guilds to make sure that we are doing everything in a legitimate fashion.
Perfect. Okay. Well, in that case, we will get started. Adnan, is there anything special or different you would like done to this leather while we're studying it? Do you want it dyed a different color, or do you just want it to be studded?
Can you dye it black?
Yeah.
Okay, and do you have maybe something to make a design on a piece of paper that I could sketch out for you?
Certainly. Hang on a second. And he brings back a probably a foot by foot square piece of white paper and a charcoal pencil. Just a longer piece of charcoal. It's been wrapped in leather, so it's easier to draw things with, as opposed to pens and ink. He doesn't. They seem to do more with charcoal.
Okay.
Hey.
I will scribe something on that paper.
Okay.
And there'll be two things. One will be a design, and the other will be some words. And it'll say like inside the armor and outside. So I'll tell them I'd like this to be visible and this to be on the inside, right near where my heart is.
Okay.
If that's possible.
We can make it possible. No problem.
Awesome. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
If there's anything else I could ever do for you guys, like just short of dying, let me know, because I would definitely do it. Like whatever you need. I really do appreciate everything you've done.
Thank you. We will we'll see you two gentlemen tonight then.
Awesome. Doug, they're coming over tonight.
Oh my god.
We gotta get back. We gotta get back right now. We gotta tell the others.
All right.
For customers.
Tegan, with a 19 in your Arcana check. The first book that you go through is the pact magics in regards to celestials, and kind of perusing that and being a more quick reader than typically anybody else around, as wizards usually are. Usually when it comes to celestial pact magics and the pacts themselves, the agreements are very detailed and very clear as to what both parties are giving and exchanging. And typically the Celestials themselves, when they make a pact, it's not for neutral or evil things. It's always for the good or the greater good. Whether the individual that they're making the pact with understands that at the time or not. Celestials as a whole usually create the pacts to counter the pacts of either abyssals, devils, or demons. And so, just based off of you reading that first book, you're 99.9% certain that is not the entity you are dealing with. But going through that book, that's a heavy tome. Going through that book is going to be, it's going to be like the rest of your day kind of thing up until, I'd say early night. But with a 19, you did pretty good on that. Caelyn, Portia, and Arden. You all make it to the Pig's Flagon. And it is busy. You walk in. Behind the bar across the way is a bald, heavier-set gentleman who is just handing out drinks to a couple of the waiters and waitresses, and there's spots up at the bar itself available, but there does not appear to be any tables open.
Do the seats at the bar look sturdy?
I mean, as sturdy as you're gonna get for a tavern. You've known to have broken one or two before.
More than one. He's just gonna move the chair aside, or the stool aside, and just lean on the bar as they approach.
I'm gonna sit at the bar. Come on, Len, let's get those drinks.
All right.
Sorry about that.
Caelyn,
Len,
you're muted.
Hey, sweetie, can we get some drinks over here? We're really thirsty.
The guy looks over at you two, and goes, "Are you gonna pay without a fucking fight this time?"
That wasn't us. Those were the people we were unfortunately saddled with. Let me ask you, how much should we give you to drink all night?
Depends on what you're drinking.
I want a flat fee. Name your price.
I mean, are you drinking ale? You having hard liquor? You drinking wine? You having
Yes.
water?
Yes.
All of it.
Not the water.
Okay.
Maybe a little.
A little bit of water.
Just to stay hydrated.
And is it just the two of you?
Just the two of us. And I'm kind of flirting with him while I say, you know.
You might as
Really?
well give the tag along here a few too.
I just want one mead, and I'll be drinking water the rest of the night.
Fine.
A large.
See,
How
I
much
didn't
will that
work.
cost me?
Give me a persuasion check at advantage, Caelyn.
Yeah, now you're talking.
Because you be hot
Did
stuff.
it roll?
I heard a bloop.
Damn. She didn't need it.
Oh, that's roll 1.
That's only roll 1.
27,
Oh!
bitch.
Almost!
Almost.
Almost with the net 20.
Doesn't she credit 19 on persuasion checks? Just
Not yet.
Ah.
That could be a thing in the future. Damn, with that fucking 27, though. You go, girl. He kind of looks you two over and looking at the big Minotaur man. And then he goes, "If you're just drinking ale or wine, we'll do 5 gold. But if you start getting into harder stuff, we'll have to change that up." You're muted again.
It always hits right by my chair.
Arden will actually reach into his pouch before they have a chance and actually put up 5 gold. As an apology of sorts.
I want to drink whatever I want tonight without worrying about you guys feeling like we didn't pay. How much to open bar?
Open bar is 50 gold.
Each or total?
Total.
25 each? You cut that in half and you got a deal and I'll pay you right now.
50.
I won't even wait till...
It's 50 total.
35.
You weren't kidding when they said they waste all their money on alcohol.
Len, don't fight. Just do the 50.
Fine. Okay, but I'm not going to give you that kiss. Okay.
So my 5 goes towards the 50. He's not putting more than the 5.
Who's he? He who?
Arden.
You're in the presence of women.
I apologize.
You better step it up.
That's right. What gave it away? Okay. Okay. Let's drink.
Okay. 50 gold. He swaps it over. And basically, whatever you 3 want, that is
What's
what
your-
you get.
What's your best liquor. Wine it up.
Okay.
And
How-
Arden asked for a very big mug of mead.
Right, you wanted ale. Yeah, I got you. And so in front of you, Arden, is a 64-ounce wooden mug of ale. A half bucket
Nice.
is basically kind of what you get. As he kind of looks at you, and goes, "Well, this is the biggest thing that I've got on hand."
This will work.
And it is the ale here is a lighter ale, and you can just smell hints of honey in it. So it's more of a mead than an ale proper, but either way, it is oddly cold and refreshing. And for the ladies, he sits in front of you, 7 each different small wooden cups, and each of them have a different liquor in them. And he goes, "You take it from left to right."
Okay, I pound the
All
first
right.
one.
Sounds good. And yeah,
Now, Adam, feel free to keep in mind that Caelyn doesn't drink.
I know. I know.
and I just as she like beats me to that first cup, I just kind of. Alrighty then, here we go, and I start just slamming back the shot. The cup.
What's it
Okay.
taste like?
So for Portia, since you're going one after the other.
Caelyn is too.
Okay, so it's a rainbow of shots. So it starts off kind of like a fireball, spicy cinnamon, and then the flavors they go down and then up as far as variety of flavor. One of them you swear at what you get towards the last one, you swear was just water, but after you finish it, and you're looking around, now there's 2 or 3. Everything's double, blurry as can be. Both of you are drunk, sauced. There is no need to make any sort of check. You all did the rainbow sauce, the rainbow shots. You're done. You are. Woo! The rest of the night, you don't remember.
Arden tries.
Doesn't mean we can't act it out.
Arden definitely watches over them.
Good luck. Hey, Lynn, or hey, Tia, let's go dance. I want to go dance.
Did you know?
Yeah, Tia, that sounds like a great idea. As your inhibitions are gone.
Let's go.
I grab her hand, I drag her out in the.
Lynn,
What?
be
What?
careful with that left arm. Don't pull it too hard. Let's go dance.
Oh, okay. So, start dancing.
Did I ever tell you?
What?
The scar. No.
No, you kept
This
lying about it being in a
arm.
butcher shop.
Comes off.
You have a removable arm?
I do.
Oh, that's cool. So you can scratch your own back? Even the lower spots?
I don't know. Never tried.
Oh, you should try
Do you remember that dwarf down at the docks that was the blacksmith from... Where was he from? At this point, she just keeps dancing.
that. Okay. So we're
Arden's
dancing.
Arden's probably just talking to the bartender like, this is gonna be interesting.
Does
The
Caelyn
bartender
get
does.
recognized at all? Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Adam.
The bartender does kind of set in front of you, Arden, kind of like a platter of different things, and he kind of goes, They need to eat something. That I was not expecting them to take those down that
Understood.
quickly.
I don't
They-
know them well enough to order them around though.
I mean, you look like you were with them. You all paid together, They need to
yeah,
eat, or they're gonna get poisoned. Like, they need something.
Okay.
They didn't give me any time to explain how that worked. They just took them in rapid fire order. I was shocked.
I angered them a bit, and they are upset, and they've had a long day apparently. So I will go bring this to them. He takes some food off of it and eats it himself while he carries it to them, dancing. Ladies, y'all. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Ladies, I think y'all might need to eat something. He's a little bit sheepish about it.
Is that food? Is that
Yes.
real food? What kind of food is that?
There's something other than real food?
I've always had to eat like rabbit food, like vegetables and stuff. I want real food.
Meat?
I'm gonna eat whatever.
Did you just bring me food?
I did. He actually lowers it down. He it's really hard for him. He probably gets almost down on his knee just to show it to you.
He brought us food. I was really mean. I'm not sorry for it though.
It's okay.
What kind
I
of food is
apologize
it?
for angering you. I'll let Adam answer.
You don't mess with Lynn at all.
I like
But
food. I think. I don't know.
You have you don't know. You can't tell. You've got blurry vision right now, but it smells amazing and greasy and meaty.
I never get meat and grease, and I just start.
Nice.
Days have sucked. Need this food.
My parents never cooked like this. This is amazing.
Can I see if there's a table open at this point? Is a table cleared open?
Yeah, 'cause we're just on the dance floor, just stuffing our faces. So
There isn't like a full table open. There's a couple of partial tables. I'll just
Do I
leave
see
it
a
at that.
table with just one person?
No, there's a table with two,
Okay.
and then there's
I'm
like a
gonna-
table that has three people. So there, like I said,
I'm
there's a
gonna
couple of
give
partial
them-
tables.
I'm gonna give them the tray, and I say I'll be right back. I'll go to the table with two, and I'm gonna ask them politely. I said, "Hey, if I buy y'all a couple drinks, will y'all move to the bar so we can have the table?"
They look up at you, and they look like they are seafaring folk, as their skin is very leathered and wrinkly. You being from Waterdeep proper, you can kind of tell that kind of situation. Their teeth they've got missing teeth. What they have is still yellowed and gross. And I go, "You buy us a couple of rounds, and we'll go wherever you want, lad."
Okay. So yeah, I just hand them a gold and say you can order whatever you would like up there. Alright.
They take their small cups and go up to the bar.
Yeah, I attempt to entice the ladies back. I put my big drink down on the table to kind of symbolize that it's mine, and I go over and say, "Lynn and I think it's Lynn she called you, and Portia. We have a table to sit at if you'd like to."
her name is Caelyn,
Right,
not
Caelyn.
Lynn.
You're gonna get your
You-
ass kicked.
Can't call her Lynn.
Okay, Caelyn, I apologize.
It's okay.
But
She
we do
cares
have a
more than
table
I
to
do.
eat at. We have a table to eat at, is what I'm trying to
A table? I got a stage to dance on? Oh boy!
No, Lynn.
I
don't
can
feel like stabbing
sing.
people. No. But then people will start to look, and then I'm gonna have to stab people because people.
I
can't
like
dance.
when
stabbing
people
people.
look.
No stabbing people.
That's the
You
part of being
are
a
about
performer.
to find out why I have to stab people because we're talking about Lynn and
I go over to the table, get up, start dancing and
Gordon,
singing.
and there she goes.
Okay.
I just want this food.
So
Very
when
differently.
Caelyn gets on top of the table, she kind of removes her cloak, and there you can see like unfiltered her full figure. It is like within seconds, the entire building goes quiet. That
I
is
can't-
how amazing she just looks.
And she
Before
singing
she
more
starts sloppily singing and dancing because she's sauced out of her fuck all mind.
I want a skill check first.
I have to say, your fault.
How is this my fault?
You protect her.
I will keep them
Then
away.
I might not hate you anymore.
I want to perform. Do I get a performance check at him?
You're up on the
My
table.
God. Yeah, but I want to sing and I want to impress people and dance.
Oh gosh.
Drunk dancing is great.
I'm a trained professional.
Does he do a roll at it?
You can make absolutely no checks
Oh,
as
hell.
you are drunk, not in your right mind. You've never really drank anything, period. And then
That's
for you to have just taken the rainbow shots in order without first any sort of food in your stomach to help absorb any of the alcohol
And
content.
now she's doing this dancing.
And now she's dancing, and it is terrible.
And singing.
And singing off key, kicking things off of other people's
Can't I at
tables.
least take 10 or something?
No, nothing.
Okay.
There is nothing. There's
care though.
nobody seems to care. That's the thing is. However, she does start to again, inhibitions are gone. She does start to like undo a couple of buttons.
Just a couple. Or more than she usually does. But she hasn't
So-
crossed that line yet.
I'm just worried she's gonna throw up on me.
That may happen.
Arden says, "Look, you're doing great, but I'm worried about you. Let's come down off the table." Tries to talk her down.
But I'm having fun and they're enjoying it.
Just
Yeah,
let her
they are.
Okay, he lets you go and lets you do it.
I
but-
need to have fun and make people happy and live my life. My parents abandoned me. This is fun. I'm gonna do it.
Arden kind of makes a motion towards the bartender, like a mop. He's like, you're gonna need a mop here in a minute. So, yeah, he's seeing if he can get that ahead of time.
I'm just watching Lynn, and I can see that I am just like cheering her on at this point. Inhibitions are gone. I'm not.
Are there
You're up
any
on the table
people-
dancing with her. What the hell are you talking
I
about?
imagine so.
Are there-
Yeah,
are
she
there-
is.
Are there any people? They're all looking at her, but are there any people that I can insight check, or I don't even know how to do it? Like, I don't know, looking shady towards her, like wanting to kidnap her.
Oh
that kind of
yes,
thing.
there are
All of
definitely
them.
people. There are definitely people looking shady towards those two. But seeing you just like standing there, arms
Yeah,
crossed,
exactly.
great sword on one side, the halbert on the other, just looking around.
Lynn goes up to.
in my drunken state, while I'm dancing with Lynn, would I be subconsciously like put myself between her and anybody else? Does that make sense?
You're not paying any attention to anybody else.
That's what my question
Nope.
was. Like, even
Nope.
if I didn't do it
You're-
without realizing it.
No, you're to the two of you. Nobody else exists really in this room.
Actually,
Nobody's there. It's
Caelyn wants to
just
focus on one. Oh, go ahead.
well, it's just more like you two just once in a great long while where it can just be you two just having fun and no pressures of life or having to be Miss Goody Two Shoes or having to be Miss Protector all the time. Nobody else really exists until they force their way into your world, which is what Aiden kind of does every now and then. He's like, you ladies okay? Like, and then for a moment, the bull man, who are, and then you're back to dancing.
Let's go find people to dance with. Let's have everybody dance.
No.
Why?
Yes. Cause it's fun. It's a
It
party.
sounds like fun. Okay, I agree.
So I get off the table and start finding somebody, and I find the first person I see, and I'm singing what I think is a seductive, amazing song. I go up to him, do a high kick, put my leg on their shoulder, and just really work it. It's probably a sloppy, drunk looking.
Every single person she goes up to flirt with, Arden just stares daggers into them as a warning.
She's not flirting, she's performing.
Okay. As you all have your evening of doing whatever dances that you want, you all decide, I guess really, Arden, you decide when it's time for the girls to go home, but
It's probably if they throw up.
their dancing fever doesn't last too awful long. Probably about an hour or so before there's just this throbbing pain in your heads. And then your stomach is all queasy and ooh. You two ladies, your excitement ends as quickly as it began. Adnan and Doug, you find yourselves back at Troll Skull Manor.
Does it look like there's been any progress while we were gone, or maybe not much because we probably weren't gone that long?
You weren't gone that long. I mean, you know, the outside and the roof was already almost repaired yesterday. Today it looks like those are going to be finished up. On the inside, you know, like there's an actual bar table area. Some people are loading in like tables and chairs. So you guys seem to be getting some of the more basic necessities for the tavern itself.
I'm gonna holler out to see if Leaf is around.
He's in
Okay.
Jade, dude.
He's what?
Right there.
Oh,
He's in Jade.
Yeah, if you guys go inside, Blue? Blue, and that should put you all there. Yeah. Cade/Leaf is right there.
What is the thing in the middle? It looks like a Medusa or a beholder.
That is Leaf's original token as a phantom for inside Roll20. I just used it instead of having to import Cade's token. I just used Leaf.
I got you.
So I'm gonna go over to Leaf and say, hey Leaf, we might be in a little bit over our head as it relates to running a bar. Do you know much about what it takes to run a bar, and if there's something that we should be doing so that we can open this up soon?
Well, I would imagine making contacts to stock the bar. I don't know if maybe you don't know this, but I was the bartender here 200 years ago. Some things I assume have changed since then.
And you've been here for 200 years, hanging out?
Well, yes, this is my bar.
Okay. So I look over at Adnan and I say, Adnan, we got the woodworking going on. We got the metal smiths coming over later today, and we don't want to miss their delivery. we still haven't necessarily figured out anything as relates to the guilds. We got some contact information. We don't have anything wrapped up or finalized there.
So the liquor guild we need to talk to, and we need to talk to the pig farmer for some of that bacon. Like, we got to nail those two things down. I guess there's a butcher's guild or something, and then some crazy tax, but let's put the tax off to the end. I don't want to pay tax until we're up and running. So, do you have any contacts for bacon or for liquor?
I think we did. I'm going to look for my notes. I think we had a halfling.
About what time is it in the day? Is this around lunch, or are we talking dinner or breakfast? Or...
You guys went over to the blacksmith shop pretty early. So I guess it was mid morning. I guess technically. So you're probably around high noon.
So we've got a couple of hours until the blacksmith will be back.
Right.
And we've got a Bruxley Fair Kettle, which is a member of the Fellowship of the Innkeepers. And we also have Hammond, who is of the Brewers Guild. So we have those contacts that we need to track down, in addition to the upfront costs for the Magister's office. Technically, I'm not sure if we're supposed to know that. Because Tegan, I think you learned that. I don't know if we've actually talked to you since then.
No, Doug, if you remembered it, it happened. No doubt about it. You wouldn't know that unless it happened. So, let's just... Okay, do we want to go see number 1 or number 2? Which one? And do you know where they're at?
I think number 1's always a priority before number 2.
Okay.
And we don't know where they're at, but hopefully maybe we can do a little research. I mean, it's a big town, but it seems like the Fellowship of the Innkeeper would be a fairly important organization. Surely maybe we can use some street smarts to get us to the right locations.
I like your faith in us. However, street smarts is what led to my death, so I'm not saying I'll contribute a lot. Leaf, have you I don't know how to say it. Have you been dead for 200 years?
Yes.
So when there was an innkeeper's guild when you were around, was it run by the same family, or is it like someone's voted in, or is it like a coup and somebody just bullies out the other person, or like how does that normally work?
Back in my day, there weren't the individual guilds, so I'm not too sure. But if you would like me to figure that out, I could.
Well, we've got some time to kill before the blacksmiths come over to size this place up for dining ware. Turns out we should probably have some cups and plates and forks and what have you. Forgot about that, but they reminded us, so we got that covered. Trying to do some a little bit more to keep this place going forward. I don't know where the rest of the group is. They're probably fucking off somewhere.
I did request clothes, so hopefully somebody comes back with some clothes for me.
Sure. I hope so too. Any idea where we might go for an innkeeper or, say, a liquor guild?
I would imagine if there is a city hall of this town now, I think it's a city actually now, that maybe they would be a good place to start to get that kind of information.
Damn it, Leaf, you are one smart son of a bitch. Doug,
Thank
how
you.
did we not think of that?
Totally makes sense. Now,
Yep.
now when you hear it out loud, you know,
Uh-huh.
it's really clear.
It's like the voice of wisdom from 200 years. Like, damn, we're in good hands. Leaf, you got us covered. Doug, let's go hit the bricks.
That sounds like a plan. Let's do that.
Excellent.
And as we're leaving, if the blacksmiths come by, just keep them entertained until we get back. Don't let them leave.
All right.
All right, Doug, we gotta make some time. We can't really be screwing around.
All right. Let's. I mean, we've been in Waterdeep for a while now. Surely we kind of know which direction to head in for, you know, the right neighborhood of government stuff. Is it? Would we know
Yeah.
if the city's structured in such a way that we would?
There is the Magister's office, which you were, kind of told about for getting the deed for this place, in your guys's name, and then corrected to your guys's actual group name. So that would probably be the best place to start at. And it's probably about a 20-minute walk from here to more the centralized area of Waterdeep proper, but you guys can easily make your way there.
Let's. We're gonna go there and try to find directions as we get there. And if we don't see signs, let's ask a few of the people we pass by.
Doug, honestly, I'm wearing a fucking bearskin rug. People are not going to be forthcoming with information or want to sit around and have idle chit-chat with us. And speaking of that, I got to give you back the coin purse. It's getting a little heavy. I don't have much to hang it on, so don't ask a lot of questions.
Kind of needed it to help cover things up. You never know. It's not
That's
a big
what you
coin
were
pouch,
thinking.
but
Damn, I went the other route. I'm sorry.
Oh, lordy.
alright,
So really, for you guys, about 30 minutes later, you find yourselves outside of the looks like some sort of like city hall kind of building, Magister's office. Walking up into it opens up into a large entryway room, and there is a woman sitting at a desk who sees you to walk in, and she kind of gives a very prominent eyebrow look and goes, "Can I help you, gentlemen?"
You most certainly can. And it's been one hell of a morning, as you can tell. Started off really bad, spilled food all over myself, went outside, slipped in the hog shit, rolled around in that, got cleaned up, didn't have anything left. I borrowed the rug off our goddamn basement floor. I need some help. We're trying to get a little bit of revenue coming in, cleaning up Troll Skull, the old Troll Skull Manor. I understand that there's a government tax associated with that, and some guilds that we have to visit. Would you be able to help us out with that?
Indeed, I can. You guys are the new owners of Troll Skull Manor,
We are.
and you are
I'm
opening.
Wayward, and this is Souls.
I would have thought it would have been the other way, but I can see that's fine. What do you do? Are you? What kind of establishment are you trying to open up?
A nice eatery
Okay.
where there's a little bit of spirits.
Okay. So a tavern. Are you going to convert it into an inn as well?
Yeah, so that's the thought. But right now things are really tight, and we're probably not going to be running an inn
Okay.
for a little bit.
All right.
Food and liquor to start out. Food and liquor.
Don't forget the spirits. You know what I mean.
All right. So for the taxes to the city, and then contracts with the innkeepers guild, the vintners, distillers, and brewers guild, and probably the butchers guild. Did you also want the Did you also want more guards patrolling the area?
How much does that cost?
If we were to add that as well, your total cost for the licenses and contracts would be 250 gold pieces.
Woo! Boy, you hit me where it hurts on that one.
That, of course,
do
would
you do-
also cover the cost of most, if not all, of your initial stock.
Oh, the stock as well. And
Yes.
that covers all the guild fees.
Yes.
So we don't
For a
have
year.
to worry about any guilds coming around and messing.
No. No, sir. That would be all of them, as well as your initial stock.
How this lady behind the desk, is she human?
Yes.
And
She looks to be more clerical, but when you were talking about things, she kind of opens up a book and goes down the names looking for Turtle Skull Manor. When she sees it, then she flips over into the pages, sees kind of names and a brief description of what the Wayward Souls actually is. And then she closes the book, opens it back to the table of contents, and then looks to see where, like a tavern, what do you need for that? Flips through the book, and then there it is. It seems to be like every time there's a specific category that you guys are asking about, she closes the book. It seems like the book itself seems to reset. She opens it, finds what she needs, and there seems to be some correlation between that. So that's kind of where she's getting all the information, is from this book in front of her.
about how old does she look?
She looks younger, maybe mid-20s or so.
Okay. 250 gold. Let me just 1 second. Let me check with my partner. I don't know if we have the funds or not. Hey, Doug.
Yeah.
We got 5 silver bars. How much is that?
That would probably be about 250 gold. I mean, it seems like that's what we've gotten out of the bars that we've used so far, so it could be pretty close. The thing that I'm weighing out here is if that covers all of our upfront costs of goods that we're selling for some period of time, and it seems like this lady is open to addressing all the administrative hurdles, that's kind of worth a lot of time. Maybe you might be able to use some of that Adnan charm to see if there's any particular corners she can tell us about. Maybe fees to cut. But just thinking, given that our knowledge of running a business is not that much, and we're more of probably the adventuring souls, seems like a good efficient way to get this business up and running. To be fair, we'd probably need to we need to follow up with the rest of the group before spending any bars, but just from my perspective, this seems like pretty quick and efficient work. But again, I'm open-minded. If you want to see if you can sweet talk her if she's been here working here for a while, she might know certain loopholes.
It's funny you mentioned that, open-minded. I saw your interaction back there with Avi. Just... Yeah, no?
Yeah, no.
Okay, I gotcha. Say no more.
Yeah,
I'll turn back to the lady. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name when we came in. I know I kind of took you a little bit.
Oh, I apologize. My name is Ashley.
Ashley. Okay. Ashley, like, we literally have 250 gold to our name right now. That's everything we have. Do most people sign on for all of this, or is there like a payment plan, or if you were in our shoes, what would you do?
literally, some of us don't even have the clothes on our back.
I mean, I can definitely see that. However, the if I were in your lack of shoes, I would say, I would pay the 250 gold. Typically, a tavern can make some pretty decent money. Usually somewhere between 1 to 200 gold every 10 day, with typical expenses being around a third to half of that, just depending on who you hire. But I mean, within a 10 day, you would be back up to having some coinage again, and with this including your first stock, you're not gonna starve. You have a roof over your head. Take a 10-day break from whatever craziness caused your clothes to be dirty and the shoes to no longer be usable, and maybe just take a break for a 10-day and see what your profits would be. For the initial cost up front might be a little steep, but you have the potential to capitalize on that. And then if you offer any sort of entertainment, there's always extras to be made.
I see what you're saying. So it's going to be about a month before we recuperate the money that we've laid out, factoring in our overhead and all that other stuff.
Probably about 4.
4 months? Oh,
It,
good God.
depending on what you guys, if it's a bad 10-day, you maybe only make just enough to cover your overhead. I don't know.
So you're a smart woman and you know the city well, I can tell that. So the location that our tavern is in, is that a high demand location?
It is more off the beaten path, but there are those who would be more interested in maybe the historic aspect of Troll Skull Manor actually being restored, or if you're just opening it up with the damage that it has. I don't know. I do know that I think there was one gentleman who used to own it who was interested in the fact that it was haunted. So you might be able to do like a haunted tour or something. So it just depends upon how you advertise and what connections you have within the city to help advertise that can maybe bring things to your tavern. Make the people want to go off the beaten path.
So, very good points. How would someone go about advertising?
That is up to you. You can have the local crier, put something put something to the local criers around that Troll Skull Manor is back open. You can put notices on the notice boards up all around. There's word of mouth is usually pretty good. Again, I'm not sure what your connections with the city are, so it's hard to say. But those would be some of the ones off the top of my head for those people who are on a budget.
How about we it's an awful lot of money. Should we regroup with the crew later tonight? Technically, we're not open, so I think we're not in a rush that we have to make the decision now. Should we check in with the rest of them to see if what their appetite is for throwing the silver at this?
Sure. If that's what you think is best.
Yeah. I hate to spend it all without getting their input.
Okay. Well, let's head back. Thank you, Ashley. You've been very helpful.
You're quite welcome, Sir Wayward and Sir Souls.
You have a great day.
And I hope yours is better than how it started.
Me too. Me too.
So you two gentlemen head back to the tavern. I guess the three of you who were at the bar, at one point do you surrender to the fact that you took the rainbow shots and are now have a screaming migraine and sick to your stomach? I would say it's probably about 2-ish now, yes. 2 or 3, about early evening, yeah.
Like, they took them in rapid succession and started having fun, but they couldn't last long, so... Probably like 3 or 4 in the afternoon, 2, 3, 4, somewhere there.
Somewhere around there.
Party until I hit the ground.
Well, I need to know if they passed out, or am I just walking them home, or am I carrying them home, or...
You are carrying my ass home.
I mean, if we're letting go, we're letting go.
Then at some point they both just collapse onto the table that they were dancing on, pass the fuck out.
20 years of puritanical living just went straight out the door.
Amateur day drinkers.
I'm gonna leave a couple more gold on the table.
Ranking amateurs, thank you.
And he'll pick them both up, one by one, and carry them home.
Okay. As you pick them up and are getting ready to carry them, you can't find Portia's war pick anywhere. The one that she was swinging around, that's kind of a dark red, black at the center, and then as the war pick itself, the metal comes out to the points. It goes from a dark red into a light, bright red, and that is gone. You have no idea, and you were trying to keep as good of a watch as you possibly could. You've got no clue where that is. It is gone.
I can't really search for it and watch 2 women at the same time, so we're kind of stuck in the same situation. He's just going to mention it to the bartender. If he sees anybody with this war pick, I'll be back and I'll reward him handsomely for it.
You got it.
Best I can do. So, yeah, I'll be back in either tonight or tomorrow, but let me know if you find it.
Okay.
And he'll just carry their sorry alcoholic butts home.
To be fair, we're not the alcoholics of the group either.
I was gonna say alcoholism assumed accepted you. I see no problem.
You did it a couple times in there.
God damn it. I say there's no problem. Alcoholism means there's a problem.
So yeah, pretty much.
So
it'd probably be pretty easy for him to carry them both home.
Oh yeah. With that, you've carried heavier things. No issue. You kind of go back to the tavern, and Adnan and Doug, you guys are at the tavern, and you watch as the door opens, and you as you two are discussing with Leaf, like kind of the money situation and kind of the new guilds that are out, and kind of informing Leaf, and he's like, "What? There's this? What? That's crazy. Back in my day." And a really tall minotaur walks into the tavern, carrying presumably dead or unconscious 2 women on his shoulders. And just looking at their asses, it looks like it's Caelyn and Portia.
Waiting for that.
Wait, I'm not looking at their asses. You can't.
No,
prove
but the
that.
way you're carrying them, those
Right,
two are looking
right.
at their asses, Caelyn and Portia.
I am.
He says, "Do you have somewhere I can put these ladies?"
On the floor.
He would. Do
I
the
was
face-
waiting for that.
He would do the face palm if he didn't have his arms full.
He's like, no.
Does he? Do I see any chairs about in this tavern?
There are some chairs and some tables in here now that's starting to get furnished.
Yeah, he'll just bring them over to a couple chairs and set them down one by one.
Okay.
So, who are you, and where did you find these people? They're
These people.
strangers.
Adnan's back.
Leaf
I am
goes, "Wait, are they no longer proprietors of the establishment?"
No, they are still alive, just heavily drunk. I brought them home. I assume this is their home.
Why'd you bring them home?
Well,
Were you like thinking like, yeah,
no, definitely not.
because we got rooms upstairs for a small nominal fee.
Oh my god.
Wow.
This is fantastic.
I wish Portia was conscious right now. We'd find where the war pick is. Bend over, Adnan.
Is the war pick
Whoop.
mentioned in character or not? If not, then that's fine. But if this is out,
No, ignore the 2 ladies because they're passed out.
Yeah,
Anything
sorry.
they say is out of character.
Right. I didn't realize it was him that said. Okay, yeah. So, Arden says, "Let me start from the beginning. I came here." He kind of just thinks for a minute. 3 hours ago, maybe 4. Looking for. He gestures to Caelyn. I had a letter for her from her father. I unintentionally insulted the little one. I think it's Portia. They were both angry, both at the letter and me. But I'm here to keep them alive and assist y'all in any task or quest y'all have as your venturing party. I was invited to join by her parents. I don't know if y'all approve of that, but I was paid to be here. And I followed them to a local tavern, and they drank every alcoholic shot you could drink there. Immediately.
So, you are hired to protect them, and also by them.
Mostly Caelyn, yes. Keep Caelyn alive is pretty much the main directive, but keep the party alive as well, yes.
And we've been watching Caelyn for free this whole time?
You ain't shitting, Doug. I died. I paid a lot.
Hopefully in the future I will be able to keep you alive. But yeah, they did not seem happy that every time there was danger or an issue that it was brought to them in their shop to deal with. They were actually leaving the city and closing up shop.
Ooh. That's not good. That's bad news for us.
You know, you
Having-
throw
Why
them
we
to
can't have
parties,
nice things.
and
Having known the Quinns, are you do you dabble in the medicine?
I actually do have a little bit of training in medicine. It's nothing as skilled as them. I am
Tegan, you
working
do
on
hear
it.
voices from the floor below you at this point.
I actually come from the Temple of Cord, and we are often hired out as, mercenaries, being that he is the god of battles and the storms. But yes, this is why I'm here. I'm here to be used as you would like. If y'all would like me to join the party, perfectly fine. If y'all would like me to just watch out and do my job, perfectly fine too.
Used as we would like, huh?
Not
I had to say it. I had to say it.
Yeah.
I'm not even a player, and I had to say it.
I was like, you might want to clarify that.
I was holding my tongue.
However, the one I take orders from is Caelyn, and my job is to protect her, not to perform.
You know, I know.
I performed.
So
Tegan's gonna come downstairs since there's and noises. Well, he's thirsty.
And the sky is blue.
well, there's the other member of our party.
Pleasure to meet you. Oh, I never got your gentlemen's names. I'm Arden.
So I'm Adnan. I'm the
I'm
one
Doug.
that died.
I'm Doug with a U.
That's an interesting way to... Wait, don't all Dougs have U's?
You're Doug with an E. Doueg.
Don't ruin it for him, Arden.
He's also Doug with a U.
But I thought it was canon that he kept saying Doug with a U.
So, actually, you know, we're about ready to try to open up this little establishment for business, and I don't know if I've ever seen a reputable tavern without a good bouncer. So, Arden, I bet you there's a place here for you.
Understood. I could...
I'm gonna stand there and look from Doug with a U and Adnan to the 7-foot-tall pile of beef jerky back and forth, wondering what in the hell is going on.
Do these have room? Do these ladies have rooms? Maybe they could. We could tuck them to bed because they are not going to be waking up anytime soon.
So this place is first come, first serve. We don't really have any specific. Like last time, I found a room. I curled up. I woke up. I shared the room.
We'll not discuss that any further here. Hang on a minute. Are you taking the ladies to a room? Is that?
That is not what I said.
How?
I know.
brought
I
them
offered
here to
hours
the safety of their home.
I told them
at
we
this
rent them out
point-
really cheap.
At this point, Leaf goes, "Do you want me to take them upstairs?"
I think we put them in the cellar where they're safe.
No, there's.
That would be
Words have never been
inadvisable.
spoken before.
Y'all, these are your companions. I just need to make sure that Caelyn is safe.
I'm gonna turn to Keith. I'm gonna say, take the ladies to the room, and I'm gonna turn to Milkshake and ask him who he is, what he's doing here.
Understood.
Have anything to drink on him?
He actually carried out the big half bucket with him.
I thought he would. I thought he would.
You can't really find these anywhere, so it's a good thing to have around.
So, Robot Leaf walks over, picks up the two girls. He looks over at you, Arden, and he goes, how tall are you?
I'm 6'3" with the.
Hang on.
horns, maybe
Let
bizarre.
me look at what he has for his size. He is taller than you. He has down 6'6".
Nice.
So he looks over at you and he goes, "By any chance, did they bring clothes for me like they said they would?"
They didn't mention clothes. They got angry with me and stormed off. And I just did my job, which was to protect them.
Look, Leaf, just stop. Clearly, whatever you say goes in one ear on this guy and right out the other.
Wow. You know what, Leaf? I'll take care of that.
Tegan, you can have a DM inspiration because that shit was funny.
He mentions to leave, and he also notices that Adnan doesn't have clothes either.
That's
He
normal.
says, "I'll get you guys some clothes. I can take care of that really fast, and y'all you won't have to be unclothed much longer."
That would
I've
be
got
appreciated.
clothes coming.
Do I have clothes coming?
You will in a moment. I will actually get them for you right now.
Fantastic. Leaf picks
I
up
can
the two
trust you with
ladies.
the ladies, right?
He
Yeah,
kind of
they're safe here. No problems.
so.
We're screwed.
I question.
So Leaf is a the form that you see him is of a Warforged, currently naked Warforged. So he's got pieces of like wood and different metal plates that are around his body. There is obviously no genitalia.
Right.
There is a ghost-like quality to the light that kind of comes out of his eyes, and at different points where sockets and things are, it kind of smokes, and it's not like black smoke. It's that same blue light that kind of leaks out between those different joints. And so he looks at you. He goes, "They are most definitely safe, as they are the owners of the two of the owners of the establishment."
Understood. This is a GM question. Do I
Mm-hmm.
see the letter that I gave to Caelyn anywhere in this bar? Like, did she leave it, throw it around, or did she just toss it aside?
Caelyn, would you have left it on the bar after you guys read it, or would you have pocketed
No,
it away?
I would have kept it and just
Okay.
put it on my person.
Okay, so then no, you do not see it.
I will mention to them that if they want to check the veracity of my story, there is a letter in her belongings from her parents as to why I'm here. I have been paid.
This feels like deja vu. I'm pretty sure I've heard this bull before.
He gives you a very, very hard glance, but chuckles anyway.
Oh, I don't
He
want
chuckled.
that bad. But have you met my friend Doug with a U?
At this point, Leaf picks up the two ladies and walks outside. This is the first time any of you have seen Leaf leave the tavern.
Oh, why is he going outside? Aren't there rooms upstairs?
Shh, don't ask.
There's no connection in the bar.
Oh, I see. I haven't been given a tour. This is the first time I've been inside. I just knocked on the door.
So do you want us to get a stable ready for you?
If there's no accommodations here, I'm sure I can find accommodations elsewhere.
I would hate to see you lay on the ground. I mean, ground beef. I might add, I'm pretty with myself because that's like 3 in a row, and I had that with me.
No, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I, as the player, am laughing. It's just the character is not laughing. But
I'm gonna look around and find another bottle of something to drink.
so you're opening this as a bar. He just mentions this randomly. He says the problem with opening this as a bar, if you don't have places for people to sleep, they will congregate at places where they can sleep after drinking. That could be an issue for you guys.
Yeah, we that's
People
something
don't tend to like wandering around the streets drunk in the night. I mean, some do, but not all.
I'm looking at Tegan right now, sorry.
So we
Morning,
have
midday, night, doesn't matter.
250 gold to our name, and that's what it costs to pay all the guilds and the administrative fees at the city. We would love to run this as an inn and a tavern, but we may not be able to do that financially.
Let me take care of Leaf's clothing, and then I'll come back and discuss that with you if you're looking for another partner.
Ooh, we might have hit a bullseye with you.
Wow!
Although the jokes will have to cease for me to fun this adventure. But that was a home run for sure.
You're on fire.
Yeah, he's probably brooding at the moment a little bit, but he just walks off, trying to keep his composure, and just leaves the tavern. And he's gonna find the closest general store.
Look, stakes have never been higher. We need to make sure this guy sticks around. Did I find that other bottle? I'm gonna go right back up to my room.
Where-
Adam, you're muted, I think. At least for me, you are.
Mother trucker, I sure as hell. I've tried not to blow the smoke while I'm on mic, so sorry. It doesn't take long for you to find a general store. You are very familiar with Waterdeep as a whole, and getting a couple of sets of basic clothes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tell him make sure it's the biggest size you have, because this guy's really tall.
Sure.
And did his feet look like they could wear normal shoes, or is it too weird
Yeah.
to do that?
No, he's got.
I get him some regular boots too.
Okay.
But
You
yeah,
don't want to let him borrow a pair of your Kawasaki?
Jesus Christ.
All right, I'm done. Last one.
How much would a couple sets of clothes for him be?
For just him?
I'm gonna get two for him, and I'm gonna get two for him. Just simple, basic, normal day clothes, and then I'm gonna get one for the Adnan. I think they're about like 8 silver or something, right? Somewhere in there for a set.
For everything, it's gonna run you 2 silver.
Oh, for 3 outfits?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, easily done. I'll even give him a tip. I'll make it 3 silver.
Thank you, sir.
More ice.
I appreciate the business. Alright, I guess that's what you say to me. But either way, do you know where a jeweler is? I ask him. A fine jeweler. Actually, no. He's not gonna. He says, never mind. I think Ardan realizes when he's thinking it over, he's actually realized what the diamond's for. Even though he's not that powerful yet, he's not gonna waste the diamond, even though he could. He's just gonna say, never mind. I don't need it.
Okay.
So he's just going to return to the tavern, but y'all are welcome to talk about me or behind my back all you want if you want.
So while Arden is away, is there anything the rest of you would like to discuss before he comes back?
Gosh. I mean, really, with 2 of us unconscious, Tegan, I think left with another bottle. We're just gonna really, I think probably Adnan and I are probably waiting for the armor delivery and looking for odd things that we can do to help clean up the place and get it ready. Maybe in the meantime, I think the big question's money, and we might wait until everybody is in their right minds.
Okay. So this place, as far as that goes, the first floor has been furnished. You have tables, you have chairs. The bar table itself has been fixed up and repaired. The kitchen area now has like a butcher's block table. The fireplace has been fixed. The cellar, you guys had already started cleaning, but now like the ladder going down to it has been replaced. The trap door down to there has also been replaced, and kind of the framing for it has been smoothed out to where if you didn't know it was there, like it just looks like part of the floor. So with the only thing that really sticks out is there's a circle where a handle kind of rests in that you would grab the handle then to lift up the trapdoor proper. So it looks like Tally has taken care of you guys as far as craftsmanship. Everything looks really top notch. Sconces along the walls have all been replaced or repaired. The windows here have been cleaned and repaired. It looks like there's a fresh coat of some sort of wax or sealer on the floor. So, and the fireplace, the dual layer fireplace that's right here, the dual sided fireplace, excuse me, has been cleaned and ready to go. This looks like, short of you all actually having food and drink, it looks like downstairs is ready to go. If you guys are just not, kind of waiting on things, Arden comes back, and Leaf comes back before Arden does. And when Leaf walks in, he goes, "Oh, I apologize," and he snaps his fingers, and all the sconces light, and the fireplace is roaring. So there's a big whoosh, and it starts warming up a little bit in here as it's getting closer towards evening. He goes, "If you all have any ingredients, I could make dinner. I would imagine that you all, still being of the fleshy sort, do require nutrients. Luckily this body does not seem to require that."
Got no food there, Leaf. Going hungry tonight.
Sorry.
So at this point, Arden, you come back in. You hear, you guys are gone. Sorry about you. You guys are actually up here. Bloop. And bloop. There's you two. Bloop. And bloop.
There we are.
But you guys can be here as well. I just use that as the everybody token. Can see with that one. We'll just move that there. Arden, you come back in as Leaf is saying, talking about if you have the ingredients, he could potentially make something. So, and then you hear Adnan saying, "We're going hungry tonight because we've only got the 250. We need it for all of our licenses."
You know that, the simple things are cheap, though, right? You don't have to spend that much gold. Like food and clothing. He actually walks over to Adnan and hands him a simple pair of clothing to put on, hopefully later on. And then he also walks over to Leaf and hands him his 2 sets of clothes.
He looks at the clothes. He goes, "Style of clothing has changed so much. Thank you, sir."
No
And
worries.
he puts clothes on.
He says, "If you ever want a kilt, let me know." And he shows him the kilt that he's wearing, obviously.
When Leaf says that, I turn to him and I ask, "So, Leaf, do you find it strange that after 200 years, you're still here?"
"Well, no, this is where I belong."
Can I insight check to see if he's somehow even older than 200 years old? He's had more than one reincarnation, or is that too much of a stretch? If it's too much, it's fine. Has he been reincarnated before, whatever this is, that he's here again?
You can give me an insight check, but it's going to be at disadvantage, as you don't really know anything about this yet, and this is not a.
I only got a 7.
Oh, you can click on your character in D&D Beyond.
Oh,
That should have been one of the things. That should have been one of the things that was.
I'm in D&D Beyond. I just didn't realize it was connected to Roll20.
I thought I could have sworn we had a conversation about D&D Beyond and the Beyond 20 extension and Roll20, and you said you were all good on that. Because otherwise we would have spent some time on your 0 session setting that up.
I apologize. I don't know if we have. I have D&D Beyond and I have Roll20. I don't have anything beyond D&D Beyond and Roll20.
Okay, we'll have to set up a time to discuss that later. If you need to use Google Chrome and download the Beyond 20 extension.
Okay, I will do
That is how everything transfers over.
Yes, sir.
But for now, no problem. For now, with the 7, you have no idea.
Strange.
You don't know what this creature is, let alone how old it could potentially be.
Understood.
Say, Leaf, that way, the trick or whatever that you lit up all the lights and stuff in here,
Yes.
can you do that all the time? Or is it just like a once a day thing? Or,
Oh no. Do you want me to turn them off?
so I was thinking, we were talking to this lovely lady Ashley earlier, and she said something about doing tours. People might come to this place because it's supposedly rumored to be haunted. Would that be something that maybe you would be interested in helping us out with in addition to the tavern?
You are the proprietors of the tavern, if that is what you request.
Well, that's a thought. It would just, obviously you'd be a key player in that.
He kind of walks the robotic body over into a chair, and then you guys watch as like that nice sea blue aura around it leaves that body and it shifts out. Before now, Leaf the ghost is before you, and the Cade seems to be in a shutdown situation. The body kind of goes slack, sitting in the chair.
What does the ghost form look like?
It looks like it looks like an elf, and now that he is in his ghost form, the style of clothing is more fluffy, fancy, big open hooped a jacket. He's got a bow tie on. The jacket kind of goes down into the curtails. He stands very proper with his hands behind his back. He looks elvish, but still has that lighter sea blue color to his form.
Very good. I'll take that as a yes. Thank you.
Interesting.
And then he
That
goes
would work.
back into the body and re-inhabits it. And
He would have to probably leave the room for his body to hide and then come out as a ghost through the wall for more effect.
I could allow the personality of the body to inhabit it again.
Wait, was there a soul inside of it before you?
Yes.
Yeah, that used to be Cade.
Did y'all murder Cade?
No, see, Cade was really, really dumb, and he gave away a lot of our money without asking. And then the nice ghost man, Leaf, he decided to take over Cade at our request so that it doesn't happen again, because the ghost is actually smarter than the robot.
But
So it's like the best of both worlds. It's like a smart robot.
but you're basically killing the personality inside of. Yes.
So that was the old Adnan that made some bad decisions that led to some bad things.
It sounds like he can reverse it though.
Well, if you met Cade, you'd understand.
Well, let's consider this. Should we make enough money to buy another robotic type of thing that he could inhabit, then you can release Cade back into the world. At least that way he's not dead forever.
We really don't. I mean, does a robot really have a soul?
If it inhabits the body, it does. I don't know if you're calling it robot. I don't know what I'd call it.
Cade doesn't seem to mind, as he was kind of bored just staying here. We talk, we converse while I assess the body.
You have conversations with Cade?
Doug, shut it down, Doug.
Yes, I do.
You're gonna ruin a good thing, Doug.
Cade can actually say more than just his name when he is processing information.
That's amazing, because all he ever verbalized was Cade, 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 Cade.
I didn't say it was intelligent conversations.
So
He
what
is
did spend your
currently-
money on.
He is currently learning the common alphabet.
Impressive.
Maybe in time he will be a functioning robot.
I mean, you're talking probably multiple elves' lifetime. This is nothing that's going to happen in a century.
Understood. What did he waste your money on?
So he spent a lot of money, an absorbent amount of money on this place while we were adventuring and dying, and then we came back, and the coffers that we had that we were going to use to prepare for the future were gone. And we're literally left with $250, or gold, I should say, and we have to get this place up and running so we can get some more coin to come in.
Interesting. Well, I did just recently come into some coin. How much did he spend on this place, may I ask?
Well, he had like
1,000 gold. Do you happen to have 1,000 gold?
Well, you're upstairs. Not that I'm trying to. I don't want to be a jerk. But if he tells me 1,000 gold, he'll just think about it.
I'll ask.
No, Tegan's not there because
belly.
Tegan said he was going back upstairs to his room.
Does Adnan know that he spent 1,000 or no?
Yeah, I know how much he spent, but I guess for a fact, I would have Cade open his belly and point to it and say that whole cavern was full of silver bars.
So it's Leaf that kind of opens up his chest cavity, and he can shift different plates out of the way. And Leaf will say, "Before I inhabited the body, this was full, as Master Adnan has said, of silver bars. Yesterday they decided it was time for me to inhabit the body, as there was only 6 remaining." And he closes the chest cavity back up.
I could be willing to become a part owner, but we would probably need to make a contract stating such if you wanted it to be funded further. And I'm not taking a huge amount. A fair amount's fine.
It would be
could-
something that we would be interested in. The group.
I could, for discussion for when the group is together, I could possibly bring to the table another 250 gold.
And what would you ask in return?
Well, that is, as far as I know, a fifth of the cost of the running of the bar, the upfront price.
You have no idea
How
what the
many
upfront
people-
price is.
Yeah, I'm guessing because he said it. Oh, that's true. Okay. I would say just
The only cost that you're aware of is the 250 gold,
that's
as
fine.
far as the licenses is concerned.
I would give you 250 gold for an equal share as everybody else here. Everybody gets an equal share.
That's a very reasonable offer. We can definitely discuss it with the group
Because
once.
that will help you buy in rooms or bedrooms to, you'd be able to buy beds for guests to sell, and that, you know what I'm trying to say. You can turn it to an actual inn.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it's something that we need to discuss with the group, but I think that offer is reasonable.
Yeah. Plus, I'm gonna be here anyway because that is my job now. So, might as well profit off of my profit.
At this point, Leaf goes, "So, not having dinner then?"
Oh,
Not tonight, Leaf.
He
I'm gonna
sighs.
run
I
out.
will go get dinner, and it will not be beef.
At this point, there's a knock on the door.
Okay.
I don't know if you
It's
guys can
them,
hear
Doug.
that.
It's them.
And Leaf starts
gonna go
walking
over
towards
and
the
answer.
door. Oh, before quickly, Doug rushes past Leaf. And Leaf just kind of looks like, what? That's weird. And you open the door, and sure enough, there is a fire and water genasi standing in the doorway.
Friends,
Great
come
to
on
see
in.
ya.
So they go, oh, well, hello. Embrick is just all, and the two gentlemen come in, and Avi, who seems to be the one who's always the talkative one, kind of goes, Adnan, we have something spectacular for you.
We'll do show. I can't wait.
And they set on the bar counter a freshly. There's still a little bit of a kind of a tanned smell to it, but it's freshly blacked with silver studded leather armor and a rapier. The guard of the rapier is black to match the armor. The handle itself looks to be some sort of textured silver coating on the handle, and then it goes into a black scabbard that has a silver ring down at the center, and then a silver tip for the scabbard itself. So it is a matching outfit.
This is beautiful, guys.
And the insignias and symbols that you requested are where you wanted them.
Awesome.
Still
Whoop.
in his bare loincloth.
Sure am. Take a look around. This is going to be our new shop. What do you think?
Avi kind of looks around and goes, I mean, I knew that you guys said you hired Tally, but I almost didn't recognize the outside with how clean everything is and fixed up, and the windows are nice. I mean, when you walk in, you can smell that the place has been freshly waxed. You've got tables, chairs, a bar. Like, you guys just need some utensils and plates and cups, some food and drink, and you're gonna have yourself a nice place.
So
This looks
what
really
Doug was
good.
saying.
We'll introduce them around to the others that they. So Ardan, they haven't met Ardan, and then they also haven't met Leaf yet. So we're gonna introduce them to the rest of the crew that they haven't met.
Arden mentions real fast, but just before they do the introductions, because he was talking about the food. I think Leaf might be talented, but I don't think he can cook and serve alcohol at the same time. You need to have him decide which one he would like to do, and possibly hire more staff.
Why do you say I can't do both?
Can't be in two places at once, can you?
I
guess
can.
you can. But you can't control the body unless you're inside of it, correct?
I don't need to control it so much as give it a set of directions.
Challenge accepted.
That's very true. Remember, we gave Cade a set of instructions, and he followed them to the T.
And if Cade comes out and takes over the body while Leaf is in the kitchen as a ghost making food,
So
That
Leaf says, if you have the ingredients, you can watch how I get this done, sir.
understood. But I still think you need two physical bodies. One in the kitchen, one making drinks.
Man, didn't you see the lights? The sconces all light up. Man, he's good. Leaf is like
I'm not doubting his qualities. I'm just
He
saying
could run
that
this place. We're here for his amusement, really.
I'm just saying, so far in this town, I've seen a lot of weird shit, and it wouldn't surprise me.
but also a beautiful lass would also help the business.
That's
We have two
upstairs sleeping.
upstairs.
That is true. Understood. I'll go get food and let them discuss. He also to the greeting part. I'm Ardan. He speaks to. I don't know the other one's name. What are the names again?
So it's a blue ganassi. The blue ganassi goes, "My name is Avi, and may I just say, you are one hunk of a man. Emery, look at those
Definitely not a man."
muscles. Oh my god. Embrick, I think he could. I think he can. I think he could take you in an arm wrestling con. I'm just saying. I know. Yes, you can swing a hammer, but jeez, look at that. Mm. And Embrick, who is a fire ganassi, his hair just like engulfs into flame as Avery is complimenting you.
Are his arms like on fire too, or is it not? Is it more like regular skin?
He is a red skin. He's got red skin. It's just currently the hair is the only thing on fire.
Okay. Well, I do not usually play such games, but I'll at least get food. He smiles at them anyway. Awkwardly.
That's how it all
As
starts.
as Arden leaves, Avi goes, "Okay, Adnan, we made it. You have to bottle it."
Okay. Dropping the bear skin and putting it on. And as I'm putting it on, I'm going to tell Embrick, don't sweat it. That kilt was awfully short, so there can't be a lot under there.
For the first time, Embrick laughs, and he seems just to give you a nod. So first of all, the studded leather armor that you are now wearing, similar experience to what Doug had, is this outfit is the best tailored suit you have or ever will wear. It stretches in places you didn't realize needed to stretch. It's roomy in places you are thankful for the room in. The inside of it seems to be lined with a more smooth, textured leather, so there's no currently no chafing, but some sweat gets in different places. It's bound to happen. And as you clip the rapier on, there's like a strange tingly sensation, kind of like goosebumps all over your body, and the hairs in the back of your neck kind of stick up for a second, and there's like this just rush of energy.
Whoa. I haven't felt something like that in a long time. I tell you what. And Doug, I see why you like these nut huggers so much. This is awesome, guys.
I'm gonna smack you on the butt and say they feel real good, don't they?
Oh my god, yes. Yeah, they do.
For the purposes of D&D Beyond, you can add studded leather armor +1
Sweet.
and a rapier +1.
Sweet. Thank you, guys. I may not die so often next time.
Honey, we hope you don't die ever again.
It makes two of us.
Arden, what are you getting?
He is actually going to go to a butcher. He's just going to grab a clean chicken, and then after that, he'll grab some vegetables from another vegetable shop that's probably nearby.
Sure.
But mostly just a whole chicken and vegetables.
What kind of vegetables?
Definitely like I as a player don't eat vegetables very much, but no. He would get a head of lettuce, some carrots, and trying to think of what else would go in a salad because I don't eat salad. Tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, something like that.
Okay.
Simple salad.
All right.
And, yeah. Sorry.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
He might get some spices because every restaurant obviously needs spices, so he'll probably pick up some salt and pepper, some basic.
Sure.
Maybe something else.
All right. I would say take off 1.5 gold for all of that, and when you kind of bring the ingredients back in the baggie that you're given, or the sack, excuse me, kind of hand it off to the possessed body of Cade / Leaf, and Leaf the ghost pops out, and you just go ahead.
I'm sorry. I probably got 2 chickens because I'm a big guy. I forgot that.
Sure.
So he would probably gotten 2 chickens. So if I need another gold or something,
It would be another 5 silver then.
Okay.
Or if you want to do like a large turkey or something, like a larger bird.
Yeah, just 2 chickens. That'll
Okay. The Cade walks into the back, and then you don't see Leaf, but the bag just hovers behind the body of Cade. So there's no longer a blue light over Cade, or there's no longer that sea blue light around Cade. As the visual representation is Cade is no longer possessed, but the bag just seems to be floating in the air. And then the fire in the kitchen lights up, and probably within about 35-40 minutes or so, Cade walks out with one platter that has a roasted chicken that has sliced up carrots around the side of it, and floating in the air is another platter that has what looks like lettuce tacos that has shredded chicken, tomatoes, and sliced up carrots in it and rolled up into, like bite-sized things that are kind of laid out onto the platter. And then so Cade sets down one, something else sets down another before that different color blue possesses Cade again. He goes, and that's how you do 2 things at once.
Yeah, we're gonna make a lot of money. We're good. I'm definitely in.
So you guys partake. Avi
Maybe one of y'all wants to let Tegan know that there's food ready if he's hungry.
Oh, certainly. Tegan,
He's got a
There's
nose
a-
on him.
there's a ghost in your room. He goes, young master, food has been served.
Food. What about beer?
I believe that is also available. Before he winks out at you, and then
With that, son.
and Cade is possessed again. Avi and Imbric, in one of their packs, one of them pulls out a clay vase, or a clay jar that's about yay tall. It's got a fat bottom before it comes up into a smaller opening before it goes into a lip. Imbric sets that down, and then Avi pulls out some sort of dark brown bottle and sets that down. And then they also, out of their bag, which seems to like it's bottomless, they pull out 12 plates, 12 forks, 12 knives, and 12 about 16-ish ounce cups that all seem to be made out of steel but are polished to see, you can see reflection in. And Avi goes, this is the first order of your plates, cups, and utensils. And then we've brought along some welcome to the neighborhood drinks for us.
Definitely. Awesome.
Thank you so much, guys. That is great. That is great.
And so
You are too
food,
kind.
drinking, conversation is had. The evening goes off really, really good. At one point, Caelyn and Portia, you are each gently woken up by a force you don't quite see, but a voice that you do recognize as Leaf's just quietly goes, "Are you hungry?"
I imagine no. I imagine I just roll over and go back to sleep.
Okay.
Not imagine. I roll back over and go back to sleep.
Perfect. In that case, yeah, the evening is some light conversation, some good food, strangely good food, as none of you have ever had food cooked by a robot ghost man before. But what the ingredients were good enough that whatever was spices were given. Strangely the lettuce tacos are a little bit spicy, and but still overall a good meal, a good hearty meal. The alcohol is good, and Imbric leaves whenever Imbric and Avi leave. Imbric leaves that clay pitcher, for lack of a better term, and what was in it was a spiced rum, and he kind of looks over at you guys. He goes, "That should never empty. Welcome to the neighborhood." And that's where we will end tonight's episode of Mythical Rollers.
Just became BFFs with Tegan.
Oh shit! Did they ever?
That's all it takes. That's all it takes. You finally have your never-ending pitcher.
Yay!
Yes.
That'll be worth a dance.
I mean,
I was talking
Sure.
on mute, but sorry, you go.
That's if it's a can. You said it was a canter. That's
It's a
even
big thing, yeah. Fancy bottle.
It's about a foot and a half tall, but it's got a really fat bottom. Before it goes up into a smaller opening, and it has a lip. There's no like lid or anything to it. Excuse me, but yeah.
Hey,
You
Tegan,
never-
that's better than the wineskin you were trying to get from the lady at the tower.
Also, never let anyone know that we have it unlimited source of rum. They don't need to know that. That's a in-house knowledge thing.